WVUA News at 6 with your award-winning news team, Lynn Brooks, Philip Coleman, weather with Richard Scott, and sports with Gary Harris.
Tonight, one community is coming together to preserve history. Residents of the Alberta community and students of the University of Alabama are teaming up to put together a complete history of that area. WVUA's Daniel Sparkman joins us live from Alberta City with tonight's top story.
Lynn, we are live out here at the site where Fire Station number 4 and Alberta Elementary will be rebuilt in the future. You know, it's a big project to undertake for anyone, but residents here in Alberta say it is necessary as the history of this community fades from our memory.
There was a little few stores right down here where we're standing, and houses every now and then.
Gladys Hall remembers the community then called Holt Junction that she moved to more than 8 decades ago. And now one group is trying to preserve those memories for those who come in the future.
The project that we're working on is really to get everybody involved in Alberta, kind of like get everybody's information that we can, people that have lived here for all their lives, stuff like that, just to kind of enrich ourselves in the history of the city.
The group hopes to finish with a website that encompasses the history of Alberta from the early 1900s to today. Ariane Cox, one of the students heading up the project, says there is a lot of information out there, but it can be hard to find.
If you look now, like on the internet, there's a lot of stuff about Alberta, but it's all scattered everywhere. And we kind of want to really get people involved that have lived here just so we can get kind of personal accounts of Alberta and how it used to be.
When they built the Leland Shopping Center up there.
You remember that time?
I remember those times and was happy about those times. And sometimes we just go up there, nothing to buy, but we were, I consider, in town.
Hall says she would love to see a rebirth in Alberta and thinks that now is the perfect chance as the area recovers from the April 2011 tornado.
It's just important because it's just like you need to know where you came from, or you need to know what exists before in order they'll be seeing what like it is now. And they don't know about what went on before. And they learn a lot from the past.
Lynn, this project, or this website, is part of a larger project that the local pastors here in the Alberta area started to gather once again all the history of the community. And, you know, they say they hope to have this website done by about mid-November. And Cox was telling me earlier that it's going to be a long process, but they hope to have a good base of information for people to come along in the future and add to. Reporting live in Alberta City, Daniel Sparkman, WVUA News. Lynn.
Thanks a lot, Daniel. Also there in Alberta, Tuscaloosa's East Police Precinct is getting a makeover. That building, you may recall, was damaged in the April 2011 tornado, and now work is underway to restore it. Tuscaloosa Facilities Director Clifton Pennick says work began about a month ago on the inside of the building, and now the exterior work has started. The plan is to make some interior changes, including moving the entrance away from the University Boulevard side. Pennick says the delay of the renovation was caused by a delay in the city's insurance settlement.
We waited a long time before we finally got those settlements, and we're working to now get moving, rebuilding, get Alberta back up, as well as the rest of the damaged buildings in the path of the tornado.
Pennick says the bidding process for Fire Station number 4 in Alberta should begin in early November. Good news tonight for businesses in the recovery zone. There is new help. The city of Tuscaloosa unveiled the commercial revolving loan program today. Officials say this will provide incentives and relief for businesses rebuilding in areas impacted by last year's storm. The program is funded through a grant from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. City leaders say the program has potential to attract new retail to that area.
We're excited about the opportunity for economic development that this means for our community in the recovery area.
We know this is not the primary reason, but we think this provides a secondary reason, especially from an access to capital standpoint, that gives businesses enough incentive to reinvest into Tuscaloosa.
Applications will be accepted October 1st through October 30th. And starting October 1st, home builders will face some new regulations for permits. It's part of a new mandatory statewide energy code. That's why the Home Builders Association of Tuscaloosa and the City of Tuscaloosa are teaming up. Today they held a training session for construction companies to help them know what the new requirements will be. And officials say those new codes will be enforced on the very first permit that's issued October 1st for both new and existing homes. A new push now to protect teens while behind the wheel. State leaders have unveiled a new way to help parents teach their teens about driving safety. Alabama ranks second in the nation in the rate of teenage drivers who die in motor vehicle crashes, and that's why the Alabama Safe Teen Driving Coalition has created a new toolkit with educational materials to be shared with pediatricians. Officials say the kit will help pediatricians to share that information with teen drivers and their parents. Experts say too many people are simply unfamiliar with Alabama's graduated license law. Dr. Cardin Johnston explains the importance of gaining driving experience that's stressed by the graduated license law.
Driving is a complex behavior, and it takes time out on the roads to be able to get those skills. And it's not only your skills, you have to learn about what other drivers are doing.
The program is a joint effort between the Alabama chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics and the Alabama Safe Teen Driving Coalition. It's funded by a grant from the Allstate Foundation.